Hi, welcome to another episode. In today's video I am going to improve the ball screw accuracy DIY approach by using a glass scale like this and a DRO readout, and then use the software to eradicate or minimize the error that we find on the ball screw. I have no idea if it will work, but let's find out. So here I test the system just out of the box. I've laid everything out on the table and I move the movable part of the glass scale or the linear scale, and I just compare the values that my dial indicator shows and the DRO just to see what the accuracy level is right out of the box. After mounting the DRO, I just did a quick repeatability test and I was happy. After 5 times on and off the dial indicator, the repeatability was really good, but the absolute measurement was off, and that was quite a bit. So I started the calibration process of the DRO to show really a 25mm movement, so to have the dial indicator and the DRO agree to its values. So in this setup we have an extension here and it has a ball end. That's important, and the anvil on this side is flat. That's also important. The gauge block here, the 1, 2, 3 block, is just to give me a reference for the gauge block that I'm going to put in, because it obviously is a different dimension if it lands this or this way. So let's see if we can get this measured out. That was a bit much. There we go. That's good. 0 right here, if I can hold it, and 0 right here. That is looking good. Okay, let's take the gauge block back out of the way and let's see if we can move the axis now back to 0 and what we're going to read. Five hundredths. One more. There it is, 0. Wow, 5 hundredths. We're off exactly 5 hundredths of a millimeter. Okay, well, I'm happy that I did that using the parallel or the gauge block here. So I will go ahead and recalibrate the DRO to move, for this move right here, to move exactly, or to show us exactly 100 millimeter. X F3, I've entered now 99.966 as a value to get to a reading to 100. And let's see if we can now replicate that. Okay. Well, there it is. Okay, there it is, and stable. Good. Over traveled. 100 point. We're off by just 2 thousandths, I think. Let's see. There it is. Actually, very precise. Both of them are agreeing right now. I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to touch it anymore. I think this is a good setup now. the DRO on the machine and the axes are zeroed out, and we have a 0 right here. And the next command will be 10 millimeters over, and I'm going to quickly route through that, and we see, and we're 6,000 off right here. So what I found is that it starts to count up, and so it's an accumulative error. As you can see, the error gets bigger and bigger the further we move. And that is also rather typical, I believe, for a ball screw. The question is, when we move 300 millimeters, will we be in spec of what the machine vendor says? Nope, we're not, because we are allowed plus minus 5/100ths of a millimeter, so in total 1/10 of a millimeter, and we are over right now. Okay, well, here we are, 0.15 millimeter off. So the 0.15 now, I like to make the software correction in EDING to get closer to the nominal of 310. That's what we should have moved. So let's see if I'm able to do that. So I think I made a great improvement. I have set 2 compensation points, one at 150 and one at 300. So beforehand we were off by more than 0.1 millimeter, and I've set the jog to 50. So let's see what we're getting now. Three thousandths over and about 4 thousandths under. 150, that's 4,000 over. That is about 6,000 under. And about 2 thousandths over. And oh, nice, spot on. So I'm really happy with that. For the first calibration of the DRO, I used the dial indicator and only a range of 25 millimeter, and I didn't feel good about that. The right way of doing is to take as big of a standard that you have in your shop, which is the most precise that you own. And in my case, that was the 100 millimeter gauge block, and that actually worked out in the end really good, really well. Okay, that was this for this episode, and I do have a bit of a teaser right here. For the next one, I'm planning to show you the accuracy of different homing switches. This one here is an optical one. This is a Hall sensor. I also have an inductive and a mechanical switch, and I think you will be surprised of the result. Okay, catch you next time. Bye.